Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Tammy Dawkins and I'm the Associate Director at the Chapel Hill Teach Center in North Carolina. I'm super excited to come and talk to you about the topic of anxiety and autism. And what we've been noting in the clinics for quite some time now is that a lot of individuals with autism also exhibit signs and symptoms of anxiety. The research supports this in suggesting that about somewhere between 40 to 80% of individuals on the autism spectrum also have a co-occurring diagnosis of anxiety disorder. And so we find ourselves more and more having to treat individuals with autism for anxiety as well. There seems to be some suggestion that some of the increased vulnerability to anxiety in individuals with autism has to do with the core features of that individuals with autism experience and their characteristics, such as difficulties with social communication, not knowing what to say, when to say it, and also some difficulties in the areas of emotion regulation and difficulties with coping strategies. That coupled with difficulties understanding how to do certain tasks or the cognitive deficits that we see with individuals with autism also contribute to their anxiety. We can liken it to, for example, if you go to an airport in a foreign country for a connecting flight, and you arrive, you look at the board, and you don't see your flight anywhere listed on the board for departures. You don't speak the language, you're of course going to feel anxious, and you are hopefully going to have some strategies that will help you figure out how to navigate the situation, but you're not going to be sure who to speak to, what to say in that situation. Our individuals with autism are very much like that, and so what we do find is that as they get older, especially those that have increased intelligence and increased verbal skills, they tend to have more anxiety, in particular in the area of social anxiety, more concern about how they're comparing to their peers, that increased awareness and understanding that they are different from others, that contributes to their anxiety as well. And so what we hear from a lot of our adults who can tell us, they will say things like, I suspect that somebody has something that they want me to say, or that there's something that I should say in a given moment, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. Or just anxiety around not really understanding how to be completely competent or independent with certain activities that they know that they should potentially be doing. So all of these vulnerabilities, all of these factors definitely contribute to anxiety for individuals with autism. So when we're trying to address anxiety in autism, we definitely think about some of the traditional techniques used for supporting individuals, such as cognitive behavior therapy, which is a gold standard type of treatment when working with folks with anxiety. But when we're working with individuals with autism, we also want to be really thinking about how we can add some visual components to that treatment, how we can address some of the social communication difficulties that go along with the autism, and then also how we can address some of the cognitive deficits. And so I'll be talking in my talk about some of the ways that we pull these pieces together so that we can help support our folks with autism who also have co-occurring anxiety. So I'm really looking forward to being able to give this talk. I'm looking forward to coming to Geneva and hopefully meeting with as many of you as possible, and thank you for the opportunity.